Hello everyone, welcome back to Neutralix. I'm your host cosolix. Today I'm telling you 10 best legends to play in Brawlhalla for spring 2024. So these past couple months there's been insane changes into the meta. If you watched our previous video back in the winter at the beginning of this year, this list is completely different and it's only been a couple months now that we've had a couple tournaments and we've seen multiple regions play specific characters multiple times. This video is going to help you choose who you should be maining right now. If one of these characters on the list has a weapon that you really enjoy playing, I'd really recommend picking them up and maining one of these characters. Just a little bit of an honorable mention. I just want to say we had a recent balance patch and there was a pretty big sword buff and also a spear buff. So I'd kind of look out for those weapons long term. Maybe if there's a sword or spear character on this list, then maybe focus on them a bit more long term. Maybe prioritize. I don't know. But you get what I'm trying to say. Those are a bit of honorable mentions. Characters like Asuri and whatnot, they're not on the list, but just really good characters that are being played at a top level. Let's get right into this. The 10th best character to play in Brawlhalla for spring 2024. Let's get right into this. I'm going to clap into the match. So the 10th best character in Brawlhalla right now is Seven. Seven's a new character, and there's going to be a bit of a trend on this list. The newer characters are very broken. There's also no Loki on this list. That's another honorable mention. Loki is amazing, but we're talking about Seven right now. Cannon and Spear really good. Spear just got a buff. So it's a bit of a prediction. The only like real Seven player has been like Stingray. But yeah, no, Seven's insane in both game modes, and I just really recommend playing this character. And in this video, we're going to be playing a bunch of just experimental games, just showing you some gameplay while I talk about the character. But there isn't that much to talk about. Like, the character's performing well at the top level in both game modes. More specifically 2s than 1s, but still an insane character for 1s. You kind of have it all. Cannon's got kill confirms, Spear's got kill confirms. You probably have the best stats in the game. Oh, I misinputted that. Whatever. You have insane SIGs that have multiple kits to them. It's just like an incredible character, and the SIGs are like actually like still not balanced that well. That feels a little bit slower, but it's basically the same as what it was. That was weird. I should have just said it like picked up weird. Don't question me. I'm playing kind of bad, but it's whatever. Let's win this game and go to the next character. Peace. Okay, now we got number 9 on this list. So number 9 is still Jaeyin. Jaeyin has been on these top 10 lists probably every single time. Just consistently a really good character. Again, sword just got buffed, so that's something to think about. And just greatsword is an incredible weapon that is still just performing well like in every region. It's not doing as well as like last time around, like, you know, BCX, you know, Jaeyin won, but like it's still you know, doing well. Yuz is no longer playing Jaeyin. He's actually playing other characters that's going to be on this tier list, which is pretty funny. Yuz, by the way, if you don't know, he's a world champion, played Jaeyin, Brazilian player. So maybe that's why you don't know them, if you don't. But yeah, Jaeyin's just an incredible character, incredible SIGs, good stats, good weapon combination, kill confirms, great swords, kind of just like insane. Probably like the best aerials of any weapon in the game. Pretty incredible, to be honest. Technically has a 3-hit true combo, but could dodge it at a pro level. But yeah, it's Jaeyin. He's really good. Definitely just, yeah, number 9 on this list for a good reason. Just the aerial game alone is so strong. You can see me like, I feel like I'm spamming. Cool. Okay. GG's. So number 8 on this list is actually Lin Fei, which is really crazy to say. This character, I don't think I've ever put this character in the top 10 of a best legends list, but Goichibu's kind of just proving us wrong. Cannon and Katars in general, they're just insane weapons. They're in a really good spot right now, and the really high dex has been working out for some reason in this meta. It's a little bit hard to tell where this meta goes. Are pros do they just not know what they're doing? Is it like truly meta? Is it like, you know, dealing with Lin Fei's cheese? Because Lin Fei has a lot of cheese. Like, a lot of SIGs have like no recovery frames and they're a bit weird. and there's just some stuff to them. The Qatar Sigs are like fairly tame, but the Cannon End Sig in particular is extremely questionable. No, there we go. Yeah, watch this. Like, this is a light attack. This is faster than... You see that? It just won me a neutral interaction. And it's a lot of the time just, like, players not knowing how to deal with this Sig because it has no recovery frames. No recovery frames. Like, you see kind of what I mean? It might be, like, a matchup thing, but either way, it's going to be a really good character to main for a long time. Peace. No. GG's. So number 7 on this list is Moonin, and it's pretty similar to Linfei, a little bit more dex, and, you know, bow and scythe are good weapons. I do want to mention, scythe is on this list quite a lot. There's a little bit of bow, really solid weapon right now in this current meta, but it's not being overplayed that much. But scythe, there's been a lot of attention on scythe lately, to be honest. And you've seen players like Impala, the greatest Kaya player of all time, switching to Moonin and not playing Kaya. And he wants to win. Like, he's doing it, like, strategically. He sees something in Moonin long term. But then you see other players, like Loras, who's probably second best Kaya, could be best Kaya of all time one day. Really good Kaya player. And young, you know, talented, and hardworking. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, in general, like, Moonin is on the rise because Scythe has just been so strong lately in this meta. This meta is very, very interesting. And as I say, Scythe, Fate is also a character, spoiler alert, on this list that we'll talk about a bit later. But, yeah, we're playing against one. Scythe is just very good to hold your stage. You have very low recovery frames, even with, like, the deck stuff. Good on stage, good off stage, and you can just extend everything. It's really hard to extend on some characters, but on Scythe, everything's basically extendable. Same with like gauntlets. A lot of these meta weapons, Katars, boots, are string heavy weapons. Even greatsword's a string heavy weapon. That meant to be a dare. That's terrible. Cool. Nice. That was a good wake up, but that was close. GG's, bro. GG's. So number 6 on this list, we got Kaya. Kaya has been on this list since I think I started making them here on Neutralix. It's hard to not recommend Kaya when Kaya is still even being played in top 8. And Spear just got buffed as well. But Kaya, you know, the stonks are down, you know. Kaya isn't in the top 3. The Impala hopped off Kaya, like I just said. I'm not saying you shouldn't be playing Kaya. Still going to be a good character in 1s and 2s for a long time. But metas change slowly but surely. So, yeah, I'm still recommending Kaya. I have to put Kaya above Moonin just because, you know, Loras is doing really well right now. And Kaya's been at the top for so long. It's an easier recommendation, but it's still, you know, the stonks are down, I'm just being honest. But, yeah, Kaya's number 6 on this list. You kind of already know Kaya at this point if you've been watching the channel, but if you don't, insane SIGs, insane stats. That SIG is still one of the best in the entire game. The Spear SIGs, like down SIGs, insane at 1s and 2s. This list is primarily 1s. I've really only focused on 1s. There's a bunch of Gauntlet characters that should be on this list for 2v2, but they're not 1s characters that I'd recommend right now. I don't think Gauntlets are broken in 1v1. Aw. Where are... Aw. I made it back. Oh, I thought I wouldn't kill for some reason, but it's Kaya. So number 5 on this list, we got Tezca. Tezca has been on this list similar to Kaya for a very long time, and I put Tezca above Kaya because I think Tezca's weapon set is just a bit more in the meta right now. There's a lot of boots players still at the top. Wesley is doing insane in Brazil. There's Radish, who won a tournament and then got second. I can't think of the others off the top of my head, but a little bit more proven in this meta than Kaya is right now, where there's, you know, there's more representation of boots in general. And you know, Tezca is not going to be the only boots character on this list. There's another weapon and a bunch of characters. I'm teasing a little bit for later, but Tezca's insane. His stats are insane. You know, his weapons are insane. He's got kill confirms on both characters. He's good on stage and off stage on both. He's got insane stats that add to attack, which the weapons are bad at. This character has it all, and it still very frustrates me how the SIGs are not touched even more so. There's a lot of like broken parts, especially for 2s with the SIG kit. I guess it's more balanced than Loki. So yeah, that's why Tezca's on this list, and that's why I recommend Tezca. If you like gauntlets, but you want to also play boots, then yeah, I'd really recommend this character. I think this is the only gauntlet character left on this list. Gauntlets are good, don't get me wrong, and I don't think that they should buff them in any way, shape, or form. But I will say, like, they're not, like, broken in ones. Who would have thought? Did he jump into the blast zone? I think he did. That's funny. 2Gs. So number 4 on this list, and also I lied, there is another gauntlet character, is Mordex. And the reason Mordex is on this list is not because a lot of people are playing Mordex at the top right now. It's for one reason. Sandstorm just won on Mordex without practicing. Like, the dude, like, made a tweet, like, I did not play the game, and he wins. And he just picks Mordex, and yeah, I know Scythe is good right now, don't get me wrong, and, you know, Scythe is his main weapon, basically, what he's known for, Scythe forever. But, he just did well, and just, you know, it's Mordex, good SIGs, good stats, you know, always gonna be good. I don't really know how else to justify this other than he has Scythe and Sandstorm did well. Just being completely honest, if Sandstorm's doing well and is playing Mordex, it's hard to not recommend Mordex, right? So, yeah. Woo! I ran into that. Let's not lose this. I'm not even mad. That was funny. That's funny. Okay, GG's. Okay, I'll save the final 3 for later. I have to go to class, so final 3 will be now. But yeah, I'm later in the day. That's why the lighting might change. So, and I'm back with the 3rd best legend on this list. We got Fate. And Fate is really good right now because Orb is extremely strong. There are some other Orb characters we're going to be talking about in the top 3. But as we've already talked about, Scythe is strong. Fate's got good SIGs, good stats, and there's a lot of players playing her. Including the Brawlhalla World Champion switched from Jayin to Fate. Didn't even play Jayin in the recent tournaments, which is crazy, right? This guy just won one of, if not the biggest Brawlhalla tournaments of all time. The hardest tournaments ever to win. And this dude switches immediately after winning. Crazy. Like, actually absurd. And yeah, Fate's signature, side sig, end sig. The only useless one on Spear is this down sig. Even though I did hit it, it's just weird. It's not useless, but it's just weird. Oh, I almost hit that. No recovery frames. There we go. And that's the string starter version, and it's still killed. Crazy. Yeah, Fate's in the top 3. The number 2 on this list is Red Raptor. This character has the orb, which we talked about. Boots are really good. And not just that, I know Fate has Scythe. You know, maybe Scythe's better than Boots. Maybe it's not, whatever. Red Raptor's signatures are actually broken. These new characters, they're just insane. They overtune them. Because, like, look at that. That down sig. It's absurd. It's also fast. It's hard to punish. Look at that. And then he's got no dodge. And then go that way. And then, okay, I didn't expect that weapon throw to hit him. I want him to, like, be conditioned to go low. And then you have a freaking bicycle that is impossible to punish. That you can use whenever, wherever. No issues. Like, oh, he's got the thing. He dodged into the blast zone. That's how broken this character is. Then the side sig is really solid. Boots end sig is one of the best end sigs in the game. Okay. And then he didn't go in there. He is going up now. But now that I know he's going up, I just end sig. It's like a 50-50. It's just, I don't know. Red Raptor's insane. The sigs are insane. Raiders knows what he's doing. It was very smart of him to play this character. And you're seeing a ton of success very quickly from Radish. Not saying it's a character, it's definitely him putting in the work with this character. But if he was on Petra right now, I don't know if he would be getting the same success. No dodge. Yeah, that's not like I didn't lose that. I just decided not to win. That's what just happened. But yeah, Red Raptor's insane. And the #1 best Brawlhalla character that's always in these top 10 lists and is always insane, even if they're not #1, is Teros. Teros' stats are way too good. His SIGs are way too good. This current meta is just leaning towards Teros really nicely. We'll see kind of what happens, but you give a character with big hitboxes and a lot of damage and insane kill confirms and insane SIGs and probably the best stats in the game. And yeah, it's a recipe for the same character winning in multiple regions. Both godly and kind of one on Teros. Aw. And yeah, Hammer's actually low-key really good. Like, both Hammer and Axe, like, they might not be the craziest meta weapons, but this character is just, like, kind of too good. I don't know. The stats and everything else just makes up for it. Like, Ragnar kind of struggles to kill, but on Teros, it's just not a problem. Bye. And yeah, a lot of people miss extensions like that, and then they get stacked, and then you hit it down like so. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Ooh! that was sick. That was sick. Good ending. Very nice. GG's. Guys, that was the top 10 best legends in Brawlhalla. If you want to improve more at Brawlhalla, then check out my coaching. Go to teamcosolix.com, or the link to that is down below, and get my coaching if you want someone one-on-one coaching from me or any of the coaches here at Team Neutralix. Thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.